This is Total Television at the World Communications Awards, where I hope you can see that both myself and my guest are very smartly dressed this evening. I'm actually talking to Richard Arthur of Hewlett-Packard. Richard, your company has just produced a very interesting survey on transformation trends. What were the main findings?
Yeah, thanks, Brian. So we did a study of 32 operators around the world. We did that with Frost Sullivan. And we asked them at quite a senior level, so CXO level, VP level, what were they doing in transformation? And these were telecom operators, say global operators. And what they told us was I think, quite interesting. It was different from probably the response you would have got 5 years ago. So right now, what they're very oriented about is revenue growth. They're telling us we need to grow revenue from our existing services, but also revenue from totally new markets. And then we also need to be more agile. So they're telling us that they're feeling a lot of competition, not just from the traditional suppliers, but also from these new over-the-top suppliers, the Googles, Yahoos, Apples. They need to compete against that, and time to market's going to become critical. They can't spend months and months and months getting a new service out there. So they're telling us revenue growth, time to market, and then yes, cost reduction is still an issue for some of the markets. So that's what we're seeing.
And I think one of the hot topics was cloud computing.
Yeah, absolutely. So as I say, they told us that revenue growth was critical, and the revenue growth obviously comes from existing, but it also has to come from new markets. And so we also saw, with the study and with the World Telecom Council, which I attended this week, which was put on by Total Telecom, very good event. Thank you for the invitation to be there. The operators telling us, at that event, we have to move into these new markets, the IT market. We have to start being a complete solution supplier to our business customers. So cloud enables them to do that because they can build their own infrastructure for cloud, but they can also bring in the infrastructure supplied by other players, even some of these over-the-top vendors, as a service. So we're offering them the ability to aggregate these different services, computing services, storage, but also sales services, travel services, whatever makes sense for their market.
So this is a new area for you as well to get involved in.
Yeah, HP, specifically, we've got a cloud offer across our entire business, so we'll help any enterprise build cloud for their internal use. But in my business unit, we're also very focused on helping service providers launch new cloud services. So over the last year, we've launched infrastructure as a service, and SFR is with me today, actually, and we were talking about their infrastructure as a service they've launched with HP. Storage, infrastructure, collaboration as a service. So we've launched that. We've launched device management as a service, helping mobile operators help their SMBs, and also communications as a service, network IVR, different things. So a lot of offers that a telco can make to a small and medium business, very compelling, much more interesting for the SMB than working with some of these over-the-top suppliers who can't deliver the whole thing as a package, certainly not with the network capability that the telco operators can bring.
Well, I think we're going to hear a lot more about cloud in the coming months ahead, and thanks for talking to us.
Thank you, Brian.